Kadosh, Boker Or, Masechet Gittin Daf Petet Amud Aleph, 89a1. Says the Gemara, Amar Rava. Rava comes and he says the following: Yatzala Hashem mezana ba'ir. What happens right now if it comes out that a call in the city? That means there's a rumor in the city that she's doing immorality, and therefore she becomes psula to the kiuna. En chosheshin la, we do not suspect it, which means we're not going to prohibit her to a kohen. My time, what's reasoning? Pritzuta be'alma udechazila. They probably just saw stam pritzut, right? I mean, stam, she wasn't the most tsnua, and because of that, they took her. But not that be'emet, she actually did something. You know what I mean? We're not going to suspect the mamash, she went and she did something, okay? So he comes and he says, so says the Gemara, no, really be'emet tonight, it's a machlok tanaim. Achla bashuk, if she ate in the shuk, or girgira bashuk, or she went with the, you know, with her neck stuck out like that in the shuk, or enika bashuk bekula, right? Or she was feeding. She was nursing in the shuk. Bekulan Rabbi Meir Omer, Rabbi Meir says tetzeh. She goes out of the husband. Rabbi Akiva Omer, Rabbi Akiva says, Neshisu vitnu ba mozrot belevana. He says when the women come and they're going to come and start weaving, right? Leora levana, they come and they start, you know, carrying this pritzut, right? He says over here that they used to do it. They used to start speaking sichot betelot and things like that. And then they used to speak about that there were women which were, you know, so basically here he comes and he says that they used to get together and they used to speak because it's nighttime, so they would be together. They wouldn't be by themselves, a women. So they'd be together, they'll be weaving. So they would do that. They would speak about all these prutzot in the city. Meaning it was, you see this prutza and the other prutza and this. So Rabbi Yochanan Menuni says, Rabbi Yochanan Menuni to Rabbi Akiva, if so, why? Everybody's going to come and they're, why? Because for no reason they're going to come and start saying, she's a zonah, she's a this, she's a that. You know how it is, women. So he says, the Torah says, davar, barur. When it says, yakum davar, davar has to be barur. It cannot be mivulbal. Dvarim, right? Yes, davar barur, not mivulbal. Yesh kaile, they come and they read dvarim like kilim. They have to, davar barur. It has to be something clear. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen people, they come, they read, they don't understand what they're reading. You could tell. You come here and the guy, what? Yeah, you're right. Also, you'll understand. Yeah. I don't know, but now we learned in the Braita. Be'ula. What happens right now if there's a call, a rumor that goes out that this virgin is not a virgin anymore? She's a be'ula. En choshila. We're not going to chosheshla. Okay, what does that mean? Imagine right now you have it. They say, this girl over here, she's a beula. We don't suspect it. Nesua and choshila, the same thing. What happens if she's a married woman, right? No, we don't suspect it as well. Arusa and choshila. Okay, what happens, right? Shelo liploni. What happens if yatsa kol alisha shinkacha yom, but not to this person? That means he didn't say to who. Yeah, en choshilna. We don't pay attention to it. Bira cheret, en choshilna. We're also not going to. That means she got married somewhere else. No, we don't suspect it. Mamzeret, en choshilna. Shivcha, en choshilna. Higdish ploni nechasav uifki ploni. All these things we do not suspect. Meaning, just stam kolot. We're not going to come and we're not going to start suspecting, right? For all these things. Okay, fine. Next, Amar Ula. Ula says, Lo sheshamu kol havara. We're not talking about that they heard a kol havara. Ela kedei shiyu nirot dolkot umitot mutzaot umnei adam nichnasim yotzim omrim ploni mikadeshet hayom. Which means that in order that it has to be something very clear, that we already know that there's candles lit, that there's a beautiful beds, that people are going in and out, and everyone's saying she got married today. Meaning that's the only way. Meaning that if you come and you say, this person got married, you're passing by the house, there's nothing cooking. So there's nothing cooking. Why are you going to say that somebody got married there? It doesn't make sense. Okay? So says the Gemara, mitkadeshet? What does that mean? We're going to suspect that they said that this woman is going to be mitkadeshet? Maybe she was mitkadeshet. So answers the Gemara, Eima plonit mitkadsha hayom. I'm going to say that this woman, nitkadsha hayom, she became mikudeshet today. That's also what Levi taught. Lo shishmu kol havara. We're not talking about that they heard this kol havara. Ela kedei shiyu nerot dolkot umitot mutzao v'nashim tovot leoranenu smechot la ve'omrot plonit mitkadeshet hayom. So he says we're not talking about that there was just stam a kol, but rather it had to be that behemet. You're right, that there was candles lit, Remember, Ashkenazim and even Moroccans, by the way, they used to go down with candles at the chuppah, right? The Nashim tovot lo'oraner. There were women that they were weaving, right, and all these things. And they were saying, then yes, mitkadeshet says the Gemara, maybe lo yitkadsha. Not that she's mitkadeshet ayom, nitkadsha ayom. She got married. Not that she's going to get married, but that she got married today. Okay? So Amar Rabbi Yochanan says Rabbi Yochanan, lo sheshamu kol avara, not just stam whatever, just different voices or rumors. אלא כדי שיהיה נראות הולכות מתוך בצורת ובני אדם נחזים. אמרו דבר זה הוא קול, ולא אמרו דבר זה הוא אמתלה. What does that mean? They come and they say that this is something which is right. Plonit nitkadsha hayom is a call which we suspect, but we didn't say that it's going to be on a matla, that it's going to break the call. Lo amru vehem vehalo amru v'lo klum. Says 1 second. If they didn't say that this is going to be in a matla, he says, but they didn't say anything. So what does that mean? That you need like something to get out of it. So he says, do you know that according to him, even if it's going to be from here until 10 days, it helps an excuse. Kamashmalan comes teach you, lo amru, hu davia matla, hamru, but if they did say it, right, lo avia matla, so it's not going to be a mutter, which means like this. Sometimes it happens, the Gemara is actually going to speak about it. What happens, for example, right, what's an amatla? So he says, you know what's an amatla? Imagine a woman comes and the people are trying to get married to her. And they're driving her crazy. She comes and she says, I just got married. So she just said that she got married. That's it. She's a surah to the entire world. Now somebody wants to come and get married to her and it's a good guy. She's not allowed to receive kiddushin. She just says she got married. To who? We don't know, but it's not this guy. So that's a problem. If she gives an amatla, if she gives an excuse, it's going to be okay. Okay, if she gives an excuse, it's going to be okay. What's the excuse? So he comes and he says, so that's what we're saying over here, right? Here, right, this excuse is going to help. Okay? So he comes and he says, Amar Rabbi Abba, Amar Rav Huna, Amar Rav, says Rabbi Abba, Rav Huna, Amar Rav, Lo shemu kol avara, not just stam that there was a rumor, ela kadesh yomru ploni me'echan shama. Where did you hear it? Mi ploni, ploni, mi ploni. Meaning that you're able to go back to it. You're able to go back, meaning like this. There's a lot of rumors. Yeah, Mordechai. How many times it happened? How do you know? I heard it. From where? I don't know. This one, I don't know. You can't go back to the source. What happens if you go back to the source? You go back to Mr. A, that went back to B, to C, to D, and you're able to be vared. So therefore, it's going to be okay. He says that's edut minyatahi. So he says, Ela kiyata Rav Shmuel bar Yehuda amar Rabbi Abba amar Rav Huna amar Rav, lo sheshamu kol avera, not stam kol avera, like the shemru, ploni, where did you hear it from? Ploni, ploni, ploni. Halchu lahem l'mdinat hayam, but they went to Mdinat hayam, so that's why you cannot come and you cannot check it anymore. So amar lei Abaye le Rav Yosef, says Abaye to Rav Yosef, mevatzlinan kala lo matzah. Can you be mevatel a kol or not? There's a rumor. Can you remove the rumor? Can you destroy the rumor or not? So Elmaleh, he comes and he tells them, Mada Amarav Chastad, Shishmu Mipik Sherim, we annul the rumor. That's how we learn it. So Elmaleh, he comes and he says, the opposite. Amarav Sheshat, says of Sheshat, Afilu Mipi Nashim Avikol. He says, even if they heard it from women, it's going to be a call. Shmamina lo mvatzidin kala. So we learn from you that you're not going to batel the call. So Elmaleh comes and he says, Atrvata ninhu. He says, they're different minagim. The surah mevatle kala. In surah, they're mevatel the call. Benarda, lo mevatel kala. Benarda, they're not going to be mevatel the call. So it means it's a machloket. Are you mevatel call or not? Basically, can you remove a rumor or not remove a rumor? It's a machloket between surah and narda. Hahi denafa kala di kacha lebar berav. There was a woman that came out a rumor that she got married to one of the Bnei Yeshiva. Atel v'chamalavua, Sorachama came to the father, Amarle, and he told him, what was the case? Amarle, he said, Al Tanai Kadish. He was Mekadesh Al Tanai. Adait de lo azil lebechozai. Al dat that he doesn't go to this city. Vazal, but he did go. Amarle, he says, Kem devindat v'kala, since at the time of the call, lo avai matla, there was no matla. Lav kol keminach temechazka matla. There's no koach to be mechazek matla, and therefore to say that it's a matla, which is going to destroy the kol, and therefore it cannot destroy the kol because during the time of it, there was nothing there. There was a woman that came out of kol that she got married with a she'eriot of tmarim, with leftovers of dates that were found in a mayan of Beis Shifa, a certain place. Shalcha Rabbi do come dabai. So he said, "Kai kav damai." What's halacha? Elmaleh, he says, "Afilu man damar." Even according to man damar, that you're not going to tell the call. Here we're going to be tell the call. He says, "Why?" Because maybe they checked and there was no shove pruta in the money. Meaning they checked and there was no shove pruta, and that's why bemet there's no call, there's nothing there. There was a woman that came out of call that she was mitkadeshet. Peitet amubet 89b. Yeah, lechad mivire planya, to a certain person of a certain meaning to one of the children of a certain person. Amarav afilu man damar v'lo kalam. We're going to tell the call. Maybe he was a kedushin of katan, and since it was a katan, that's why it's not going to be considered a good call. Next, right? Katan anira gadol. There was once a call that somebody got married. He was a katan, but he looked very big. So imagine he was like a 12-year-old, but he looked like a giant. So he says, He says, no, they didn't get to plagot Reuven. Which means gedolim. So means this katan, even though he's gadol begufo, you could still check that his actions is still katan, and therefore if he gets married, he's still considered katan. Okay, nekuda, 2 dots. We said there's not going to be a matla, right? So he says like this. Amar Rabbi Ravuna says Amar Ravuna. A matla shamru. This a matla that they said afilu mikava dasara yamim is going to be even from now until 10 days. That means you have 10 days to give an matla, 10 days to give an excuse, right? You remember we learned a matla in Yichot Nida, that what happens if a woman comes and she says she's a Nida, and therefore the husband doesn't, and all of a sudden she comes afterwards and she becomes close to the husband. She says, well, what happened? No, she didn't have koach, the sister-in-law was there, mother-in-law was there. There's an matla, there's an excuse. So she's going to be believed. Okay? Fine. So says the Gemara, Rav Zid says, Bimkom matla choshin la matla. In a place where there's a yesod to say that there's a matla, we believe we're going to suspect that there isn't a matla. So what are we talking about? I thought we said that there's no matla mefureshet. It doesn't help, right? It's not just that there's a place of a matla. There has to be that there's no matla. Samalei bimkom matla kama. We're talking about the place of a matla. Samalei Rav Kana Rav Papa says Rav Kana to Rav Papa. You're not going to say that it's logical. But now we learned in the Mishnah. Imagine a woman comes and she gets married to somebody else. Meaning, we're talking about a woman that she got married al pi edechad. One witness came in and he said, the husband died. All of a sudden she gets married. And afterwards the first husband comes. She's allowed to go back to him even without a get from the second husband. And the question is why? Right? Why? Lav mishum is not because that we're going to say that al Tanai Kadisha, there was a Kiddushin al Tanai. So answers Gemara, Shana Hatam, it's different over there. Dati Bal will come The husband came and he was ma'arer on the Kiddushin, which means that the first husband came back and he says, what are you talking about? Right? I never got divorced. Nothing ever happened. So therefore, that's what's the problem. So says the Gemara, Yachi, if so, and he said, Nami, even if she actually did get married, even without Kiddushin, even with marriage, true marriage, it's going to be the same halacha. He says, no, Niset, she did an Isur. Davda Isura. And therefore, Kansua Rabbanan, the rabbis gave her knas. Nitkadsha, if it was only Kiddushin, they love the Isura, that there was no Isur yet. Lo Kansua Rabbanan, the rabbis did not give her a knas. Okay? So Amar Ravashi says, Kol kala de lo itchazek bedina, any call which is not mitchazek in the bedin is lav kala, it's not a call. Okay? Amar Ravashi says, Rashi, Kol kala devata nisuin, any call after nisuin, lo chashir, we're not going to suspect it. Hadebata irusin, chashir, but if it's after irusin, we do suspect it. Rav Chaviva Amar, afilu debata irusin, we're not going to suspect even after irusin. The hilchata, that's all also. We're not going to suspect it even after irusin. Amar Rabbi Yirmiyah Barabba, says Rabbi Yirmiyah Barabba. They sent from the academy of Rav to Shmuel. Our rabbi, your master should teach us. Yatsa alea kol merishon. If it came out a kol kiddushin from the first one. Now another one comes and he taught kiddushet Torah. Ma'u what's halacha? Shalach lehu tetzeh v'miro davar b'uryo. Let them go out and they should be ma'amid et zeh al b'uryo. Ve'odinu, and just tell us what's the truth. Meaning, go out, check what's the truth, and that's it. That's all they have to do. So he comes and he says, what does it mean v'amido davar b'uryo? Ilema, if you're going to tell me now, the migalia milta, the kiddushe, the kamalav kiddushe me'al yaninu, that if all of a sudden they're going to find out that the kiddushe arishon was not a good, considered good kiddushin, mevatzil and kala, and therefore we're going to get rid of the kol, the hana ardat to the Shmuel. He says that's the place of Shmuel. Velo mevatle kala, in the place of narda, we already said we're not mevatel the kol. Ella, but rather, That it was a good kiddushin, so she doesn't need a get from the second husband. So pliga the Ravuna, this argues on Ravuna. Ravuna says do you know that according to Rav Huna, he comes and he says if a married woman takes out her hand and she receives kiddushin from another man, she's mekudeshet to the other man. Mid Rav Huna, there's a certain chazakah that a woman does not have chutzpah in front of the face of the husband. So if she's going to come and she's going to receive kiddushin from someone else, we're going to say that's it. She's accepted. Why? There's something here. She's going to be received. Okay? There's a chazakah. Next. It says the Gemara, Lo matzu davar burio, if they weren't able to find anything, ma what's halacha? Meaning that they didn't know whether the first kiddushin was a good kiddushin or not. So Amar Ravuna says, Megaresh Rishon v'noseh sheni. She has to divorce the first one. She gets married to the second one. Ava Megaresh Sheni v'noseh rishon lo. But you cannot divorce the second one and get married to the first one. My time, what's reasoning? Ati lemei, we're going to say machzik l'rishoto min nusuim. Because you're being machzik l'rishoto after, right? After the nitarseh lemishu acher. And we don't do that. Rav Shimna b'red Rav Idi Amar, af Megaresh Sheni v'noseh rishon, she could do that. Meimaranu was going to say, I never kiddushin taut. It was a kiddushin of taut, and therefore that's why she's allowed to do that. Okay, yatsa alea kol mizeh, right? Umizeh. So he comes and he says, what happens if she has a call that she got married to one person and then she got married to another person? What's happening? She has to get divorced from the first husband, and she could only get married to the second husband. Meimar says no, she's allowed to get married to both of them. What is halacha? She's allowed to get married to both of them.